misconception about me is that maybe I'm a gold digger. I like nice things, but I didn't marry my husband for that reason because he did not make money when I first met him.
Wait, by that definition, I am a gold digger. I married my husband for nice things.
Yeah, Akaash was not making anything when we first got together. I fell in love with him like an idiot. He was a walking red flag. He had a one-bedroom flex with a styrofoam wall and a makeshift headboard. So no, I'm not a gold digger. But now I reap the benefits of being with him when he was poor. When you're thinking about investing in someone and having kids, success also means that they're disciplined. It means that they work hard. So transitive property, it means you're going to work hard.
So Akaash Singh's wife keeps on embarrassing her husband, just like every single wife that decides to actually get on a podcast and actually start talking about anything that's relevant within their life. And it usually is, unfortunately, the husband. Sad to say it. You know what I mean? Now, I tried my best not to actually create red pill content or anything like this, but I feel as if though this situation is getting so out of hand that if we don't actually go into it and actually spread awareness about the type of woman to avoid as men, broski, you're going to eventually fumble the bag and actually make the same mistake as Mr. Singh over here, which seems to be Mr. Simp. Now, we're going to be reacting to different clips, right? But I want to actually base a lot of it on Pearl because I believe that she gives very non-biased advice. Of course, it's coming from a lady as well. So it's not as if the ladies can say that, men creating content against ladies and blah, blah, blah. When in reality, bro, we love the woman. Do you know what I mean? We just don't like women like bloody Akaash Singh's wife. Do you know what I mean? In saying that anyways, let's understand what's going on and I'll give you guys my opinion as we go through.
Women could actually get away with murder with the tools that we have today. Between dating apps, Instagram, and the ability to travel, women have the opportunity to throw it back multiple times to multiple different men and still lie to betas later. The challenge is we just can't shut the F up. And now we can see that with Akaash Singh's wife. So, for those of you that don't know the backstory, essentially, Akaash Singh came after the red pill. He criticized Myron and, basically was tone policing him.
And this is so crazy because it all started off based off a podcast, bro. It all started off with a podcast that Myron had with Akaash Singh, and they were literally just going back and forth in regards to, okay, cool. I don't really agree with what the red pill saying. I agree with what the red pill saying. The usual rhetoric. And then, of course, the guy now brings up his wife. Myron then digs up receipts and basically finds out that his wife is questionable. Let's go into it.
And normally, the more a man tone polices, the more that he's cucked at home.
What I find corny is...
This is the podcast, by the way.
Is my preference is not my women. Now, I thought it was I'm not dating my women, period, which is the corniest human
You can see Broski just bro, this guy needs to shut up.
Being outside of a criminal to me, period. Those are your roots. Those women are reflected in your roots. So if you're saying, hey, I don't generally date them, but I have more space for it, even though I still think it's a little corny.
Akaash only dates brown. Akaash has been with one girl in his life who is his wife.
That's my wife. That's an
so
Indian.
This is loyal through and through. Okay.
And I understand it's not as important for y'all, but as an Indian, there's not a lot of us who are famous. So whether you like it or not, people are looking at you as a role model. You guys have established yourselves as role models. From simps to pimps, which is another motto I find kind of corny, but I looked into what you guys are about. And a lot of shit is just childish.
Now, Akaash.
And before the video keeps on going on, I've made videos on this channel talking about red pill fatigue, talking about, for example, how there's certain things that Myron would say. Of course, you got Fresh and Fit, right? But Myron has majority of the talking points, right? Hence why I keep on saying Myron, right? Now, I criticize one or two things that, of course, he says because I don't agree with everything he says at the end of the day. But, as I keep on saying, whenever it comes to their business content, whenever it comes to self-improvement for men, whenever it comes to getting men in check and actually making sure that they understand that, look, you need to get to the bag, become the best version of yourself so that you don't have to compromise. That messaging is perfect. And in reality, the value that they provide in their content when it comes to, building credit and all this type of stuff is immeasurable, bro. Do you know what I mean? Do you know, bro, go on their channel, avoid the ones with women and the Miami Nights and stuff like that, unless you're into that. Me personally, is like, bro, that is just tiring for me personally. Like, you're bringing the same type of ladies on the podcast. I understand that obviously it's supposed to basically show how modern women are, etc. But, bro, it's like some of the talking points I get down, I'm just like, broski, it's long, innit? But if you go on their content, go on their platforms and actually see all of the self-improvement stuff, trust me, it's real game. But when it came to, for example, seeing that podcast and actually seeing, for example, the way that bro was actually defending his wife, and then all the receipts that are being dug up,
brags that his wife is a virgin. And I really
dark. It's so dark. And the thing is, right, at the end of the day, I have faith. I'm a Christian, not the perfect Christian, you know what I mean? But I'm a Christian. I believe that obviously you're supposed to wait till marriage. Did I wait till marriage? No, I didn't. Do you know what I mean? As for, I'm pretty sure some of you watch, in fact, majority of you watching as well, kind of vibe. So in the modern world that we're in, unfortunately, people aren't necessarily waiting until marriage and doing it you could say the proper way. So if people aren't necessarily doing it the proper way, I'd rather kind of equip them with understanding that, okay, cool, this is what you're going to go through, and this is what you could encounter on your journey, basically, as you go through, and just understand all the type of things that, again, people like this are on. Do you know what I'm saying? But the fact that she lied to him and said, bro, like, oh yeah, I'm a virgin, and and then 2 seconds later, she's not talking about certain experiences. Kind of like, why are you lying? Like, you probably didn't even have to lie, and he probably would have married you. But why lie? You started the relationship off with lies?
really got to warn you guys. You guys got to stop bragging about your wife's purity. We have an incentive to lie about this stuff. So essentially, she started her own.
And that's the thing. A lot of the ladies I'm around, yeah, they usually say, like, my female friends would actually say that, bro, like, sometimes you gotta, as a man, they say in, like, certain terms that if I say it on here, you guys will be like, you don't really understand. But basically what they're saying is that as a guy, you have to be wise, bro. Not every single girl is a wife. Not every single girl is girlfriend material. Not every single girl should be even taken seriously. Do you know what I mean? And in reality, the most optimal place you need to be as a guy in reality is kind of just avoiding these type of ladies just in general. Like, focus on your bag, focus on yourself, get in the gym, do all these type of things that's actually going to make you the best version of yourself. But there are some people, obviously, that, you know what I mean, sometimes you want to have lady company around. That's totally understandable. At the end of the day, we're young men, right? But avoid these types, though, you know what I'm saying? Because I know certain man, yeah, that they'll play with this one, all of a sudden they fall in love, all of a sudden they marry, all of a sudden it becomes either divorced or they become depressed. Broski, avoid at all costs, avoid. Do you know what I'm saying?
Podcast, and it goes viral because she talks about how she used to throw it back for white boys in college. Indian women and white boys are like, they're like a love story. Asian women love white boys. All right, but let's
also Oriental as well, like the Oriental ladies and white men as well.
Let's see. Now she's crashing.
Okay, guys, I want to talk to you really quick because obviously my name keeps getting brought up by either women or men. Lately, it's these red pill guys because I said my money, or what did I say? His money is our money and my money is my money, which is a common saying, whatever. I'm not even going to elaborate because I don't fucking care to explain myself.
And also, man, any girl that says that to you, to be honest, yeah, it sounds so dark, yeah, but I genuinely believe that majority of guys wouldn't even mind if like ladies didn't necessarily even say it or they didn't outrightly act like it. But it's going to a point where obviously we're in modern times, like ladies just outrightly say, yo, it could be the first day of you even talking to a girl. Yo, what are you saying? You're paying for my nails. What are you saying? You're paying for my wig. You're paying for that. It's like, it's craziness, you know what I mean? And even, you know what I mean, for guys that actually have it, it's like, broski, why would we do that, bro? Why? We literally just met. And you're saying that man should just dash peas at you. Are you crazy? Like, are you kidding me? You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous.
To them. But what I will say is, if you're not going to be a man for fucking women, like if you're going to say, oh, women should do this for us and we're the prize and blah, 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 at least be a man for yourself. And what I mean by that is, so I just...
Now she's shaming. She's saying, you're not real men because I said on my podcast that I throw it back for white boys, and I don't like the reaction.
Thank you for calling that out, because it's like, broski, what?
Here's the thing. A lot of women go their whole lives without being told the truth ever because men are just constantly lying and telling us how awesome.
Watch Don't Worry, Darling, finally on Netflix. It's like that movie from 2 or 3 years ago that everyone was talking about. Spoiler alert. But basically, these men live in this like virtual reality simulation where everything is perfect. They go to work, their wives clean on them, wait for them. You know, they're like the...
By the way, she has no kids and said she doesn't cook and clean. It's like men can't get any.
Wives are basically dependent.
It's like, bro, what you do? What you even there for, man? What you doing? What you there for, bro? What you there? Why you there? So, married, but you can't... The biggest thing that a guy wants is respect and peace. Let's be real. You can't give me respect. You can't give me peace. Now, you can't even cook and clean? Broski. What? And naturally, I understand that obviously a lady might see that or hear that and be like, oh, you cook for yourself and da-da-da-da. Bro, even if you can cook for yourself and do etc., it's like, broski, if let's say we remove that, right? What other value are you going to add towards the relationship? Because if a man was to now say, okay, yeah, I don't really provide money, I don't provide protection, I don't lead, I allow you to basically do... Bro, the moment you say I don't, she's already blocked you, bro. So what are we doing it? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I understand that obviously we're in a world where equality and stuff like that, but let's be real, it's equality of opportunity, but there's no such thing as equality, bro. Men and ladies, different. We're different. Do you know what I'm saying? Of course, in terms of respect, I would never ever condone, even man them around me, like, broski, like, respect ladies. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, if she's showing you, obviously, some disgusting rhetoric or she's being a bit rude, etc., and of course, do your thing. But at the end of the day, usually you should respect ladies and do these type of things, because at the end of the day, it's just what a gentleman needs to do, kind of vibe. But don't let these ladies take the piss out of you at the same time, bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
And on their men, like 50s aesthetic, but like the dark side. At
the dark side. What does that mean?
The end, you find out that these women never consented to be in this like...
Yeah, because that's what happens when women take L's. They always just say, oh, I didn't consent to that. Ma'am, excuse me?
Virtual reality thing. And like when the women start glitching is when the memories of their real life start coming back.
What's she talking about, bro? She just... Broski. She said like 1 minute of nothing, bro. Just theories, bro. Like them, we're not in an age where we have, for example, this theory or that theory or this theory or that theory. All of a sudden, everyone's always talking about there's a new conspiracy. Like, bro, she just said a whole I'm not even going to react to that, bro. She's just talking nonsense. Now, we got Marin himself also reacted to it, so we just got to see what going on, man.
Fresh.
I was a virgin too when I met him. Bro, how fucking embarrassing.
You don't know no better.
And before we even get into it, yeah, we have to be real. Like, Myron is very, very good at spotting, you could say, the red flags in a certain individual. Like, it's been time and time again where, for example, a guy's come on his podcast or come into his vicinity and they said, oh, look, my missus is the perfect one, or blah, 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 or I disagree with whatever you're saying. Then just start putting out receipts and being like, oh, but this, and that is going to happen. Eventually, watch. All of a sudden, he calls it and it happens. He did that exactly with these two, and look what's happening right now. And it's a shame, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like the more awareness that we have around this, the better, because we need, at the end of the day, I keep on saying we need marriages. We need families at the end of the day. So I'll never be on this whole vibe of like, oh, just forget women. And because, broski, I don't know about you guys, but man trying to get married. Man trying to have kids. Do you know what I'm saying? Man trying to have a family. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's one of the biggest things you can ever do in this life, kind of vibe. In saying that, though, you don't want to make the mistake, because marriage is what top 3 biggest decisions you ever make in your life. You don't want to make the mistake of now committing to someone like this. bro, ridiculous, impossible, impossible. Do you know what I'm saying? So if it requires you engaging in Myron's content even for a bit, etc., I would say take it in doses. But if it requires you educating yourself with people like Pell, people like Myron, you know, then broski, do your thing. If you guys want me to start creating videos in regards to that and things that I've gone through, and I don't really want to, but I don't mind doing it for the audience. You know what I'm saying? So just comment that down below, anyways.
Stupid.
You gotta get him ignorant. You know what I mean?
No, so I felt like I was like at a place where I was ready, and then I found out he was a virgin, and then I was like, great. Like, do I have to wait again? But I think like we just connected very well that it went without saying that we wanted to.
How did you guys meet?
Show. She had a fat ass. I kissed her down.
Wait, you met at one of his shows?
No, we're at the Hoboken Comedy.
Bruh. All right, here he is with talking to some guys about his wife.
Different. My wife also hadn't had any sexual partners, so that helped us connect.
Okay, buddy.
It just gets worse, man. I actually feel bad just even doing this video. Do you know what I'm saying? But my people, them, yeah, men especially watching this video up until this point, please do everything in your power to develop yourself as a man. Focus on your mental, because mental health is very, very important. Made videos about this on this channel. Focus on your relationship with the Most High, because at the end of the day, whether you're religious or not, you need a connection with the Creator. It's as simple as that. That's the most important thing. Focus on your body, because at the end of the day, if you don't look and feel good, then what's the point? Do you know what I mean? It makes no sense having all the money in the world and you're in a hospital bed. It makes no sense, kind of vibe. Do you know what I mean? Focus on the bag. At the end of the day, you don't need to be 6 foot and this and that. All this rhetoric is getting put online. If you have confidence, if you have charisma, then broski, you're going to smash at the end of the day. But the reason why we say you need a bag as well is because with a bag, it gives you options, it gives you freedom, it gives you, you know, the power to kind of choose, right? I want this, I don't want this, I want this, I don't want this, etc. It's the best way kind of vibe. So, my people, them, avoid ladies like this at all costs. Please. I'm going to leave all the links down is in the description anyways. Make sure to like it. If you enjoy content like this, let me know as well down in the comments. Outside that, my people, them, I'll make sure to see you guys in tomorrow's video. Don't forget to subscribe. Let's grow this channel all the way to the moon. Peace.